Hello, hello. What is going on? It has been quite a while since I've made a video, and yeah, just a lot's been going on. I've been working for Cirque du Soleil. I toured with them for about 3 years with my girlfriend at the time. We are no longer together, but that's a whole nother story. Yeah, sadhana's been going. Spiritual practice has been going on. I've been trying to keep it up. You know, it's not my most consistent area of life right now, but I do a minimum amount every day, I would say. I'm not doing every single thing, every single practice that I've learned every single day, but the main practices I've been keeping. And yeah, I would say that's like my anchor in life. I don't do anything else without doing that first, for the most part, unless my schedule's just really, really messed up. So what's been going on in my life? I met my ex-girlfriend like three and a half years ago. She was already a performing artist, so I kind of joined on the tour when she went back after the pandemic, and you know, I got a job on that tour for Cirque du Soleil. I was doing lighting in the lighting department. Nothing too crazy, like follow spot operating, and then you know, just running different show tracks like that. It was cool. It was a cool experience. I mean, I would have never imagined myself working for a circus, but yeah, you never know where life takes you, I guess, especially if you don't have like a set plan for your life. You're kind of just going with, I guess I've just been going with the flow for the most part. I mean, the main thing that brought me to the tour was, you know, my partner at the time, and you know, the extra job was just a bonus, you know, because at first I didn't know if I was going to be able to work on that tour, doing technical things like that. So the opportunity just came up, and I kind of just seized the opportunity. But it was cool. I mean, the kind of people you meet there are very, you know, they're different than I would say in your like average day-to-day life. But no, I met a lot of cool people, a lot of interesting people. I went to Europe, I went to South Korea, like I went to all over Europe, like, well, not all over. I went to Spain, Germany, Austria, Switzerland. We were in Spain for a long time. That was probably like most of the tour. Actually, it was. We went to a few different cities, Barcelona, Alicante, Madrid, where else? Sevilla. And that was cool. I mean, I think for me personally, Spain isn't my cup of tea. Like, it's a cool place. I'm sure a lot of people would enjoy it, but I don't know, just being on the path that I'm on and not putting anybody else's lifestyles down, I just felt like, I mean, if you're not clubbing, drinking, you know, you're not really eating meat like that. I mean, there's things to do, but I don't know. I've always kind of just stayed to myself in general anyway. It doesn't really matter the place. It's not Spain's fault. It's just, I always kind of just do my own thing in my own time, in my own little world, you know. So I don't know. I do the things that I'm interested in. But yeah, coming back now. I'm back in Georgia, near Atlanta, and it's been cool. It's nicer to have a slower pace of life, not be in airports all the time, not be living in a hotel all the time, or living out of suitcases all the time. I mean, even right now, I'm like with a roommate, but I don't plan to stay here very long. Like, I want to, at least in this dwelling, I want to get my own place, you know, to kind of just have my own space. But no, it's been cool. It's been really good to have like people that you can rely on when you're coming back from, you know, an unorthodox way of life. So it's been good. It's been good. As far as my spiritual path, I feel like, you know, you think that the longer you're on the path, you think that it's going to get clearer, and that you're going to start seeing which a lot of things do get clear. You get more clarity of perception on certain aspects of your life. But as far as like terms of direction and what you want to do, I feel like sometimes it can become clear and sometimes it can become kind of like a jumbled puzzle that you have to figure out because you don't really know how much time you want to invest in certain things. And also things that you once thought were very important and very dear to you, now it doesn't seem so important and so, I guess, serious or so valuable to you anymore. You just want to, I don't know, this is going to sound weird, maybe it'll sound fatalistic, but I feel like outside of impactful work where I can help other people and be of service to them, outside of that, I feel like I'm kind of just waiting for my life's term to be over, if you know what I mean. You probably won't know what I mean. That's going to sound kind of weird, or it's going to probably sound a little suicidal, but it's not like that. It's not like a depressing thought. It's more like, I don't know, I feel like on this path, and if you're doing sadhana actively, maybe you'll start, or maybe, because, maybe not, because everybody has their own experience, right? Everybody that's doing the same sadhana is not going to have the same result. So maybe this experience is specifically unique to me or to a smaller number of people. I don't know. Or maybe it's my own personal thing, personal problem. I don't see it as a problem, but maybe somebody else would see it as a problem. But I almost feel like we're just playing games, like from birth to death, from the start of life to the end. We're just playing games in between that. And the games don't really mean much unless you attach yourself into it, or you entangle yourself into it more than what it actually is. Like, the reality is we're just doing actions to get to a certain goal. How long lasting is that goal? How impactful is the goal? That's what makes the difference, I guess. But for me, someone with limited impact in the world, someone with limited reach or scale in the world, at least at the present moment. And I mean, even if I was doing like 3 times more, I would cherish and value the work that I'm doing, but at the same time, unless somebody's being touched by it, somebody else their life is being significantly touched and transformed by it, I feel like I'm just kind of waiting for the term to be over. And there's nothing wrong with that, I don't think. I think it's just, that is the reality of life. We don't know how much time we have here. We try to make the best of it with the amount of time that we have, but you don't ever know when the term will be over and when you need to confront other possibilities or realities of life that are not physical, And do I think I've done enough work here spiritually or internally to pass on or to dissolve or to, get mukti or whatever? I don't know. That's always an uncertainty. So yeah, it's an odd thing. I'm only 26, but I feel like I've been here for a long time. That's going to sound cliche, but maybe I've become cynical. I don't know. I don't know if I'm cynical. I don't feel like I am, but maybe I am deep down. But I just feel like the novelty of things have worn off. Like all the things we're supposed to be excited about, marriage, relationships, career, money, surviving in a very good way or in a high class way. Food, I feel like I just eat food so I don't die, you know what I mean? I don't feel like I eat food for excitement anymore, which I used to. And this is going to sound bad for spirituality. It's going to sound like spirituality takes the juice out of life. It doesn't. I do feel like, I mean, without spirituality, I feel like maybe I would have came to this place anyway, but I would have had a depressing outlook on it. I don't have a depressing outlook on it. It's just, I feel like that's how I'm seeing it right now, and that's all. That's okay. It's fine. It is what it is, you know. But yeah, I just feel like, you know, even with food, I eat because, you know, the body needs food. I eat because I need nutrients. I need energy to do the things that I want to do and to be healthy and to take care of this body. But even the body is like, it's a certain kind of burden to me, I feel like, at least now. I mean, you know, I'm young, but you would think the body wouldn't become a burden yet, but it is a burden in a lot of ways. You have to sleep, you have to eat, you have to maintain it, you have to make yourself look good so you can present yourself to other people, and so you can be effective in the world, so they can respect you, so people, you know, they don't think you're crazy, you're cuckoo, you're not taking care of yourself. You got to do all this upkeep, right? You got to polish it, you have to clean it, you have to trim it, you know, and that's okay. That's just what it is. That's how life is. It takes maintenance. It takes, if you value something, you do have to invest time and energy into it. And especially if it's your main tool, like your body and your mind. You need to invest in that. You need to maintain it. But I mean, I've even, like, I've started having like acid reflux like a few years ago, and that's affected my sadhana a bit, because when you're having these internal physiological issues, it's kind of difficult to completely separate yourself from your body and focus on the meditation or the spirit or the practice at hand. And it's also hard to live beyond the body at times when it gets to a point where it's uncomfortable, or if it gets to a point where it's in your forefront of your mind, you know. And maybe some of you can relate to this, because apparently, from what I'm hearing, 30% of Americans are getting acid reflux or GERD, whatever you want to call it, which I don't really know why. I don't know if it's because the chemicals in the food, because of lifestyle. I mean, I'm a pretty active person. I've always been active. I've always been an athlete. So I don't know if it's due to activity levels. You know, they say it's, you know, bad eating habits. I did used to sleep right after eating, like, my last meal a lot, so I'm sure that's not good. I know that's not good. So yeah, I just wonder, because it's becoming more prevalent, and even in Asia, like in South Korea, when I was there, I went and saw a doctor to get a prescription refilled, and he was like, yeah, it's becoming even more common in South Korea too, whereas in Asia it's a pretty low occurring thing. It's mostly a Western problem. But being in South Korea, I noticed, and this is probably going back since the 50s, because the U.S. Army has, you know, they've had a presence there since the 50s because of, I guess, some conflict with North Korea. I don't know the exact history behind it, but it was something to do with like a militaristic support. And, you know, they're our ally, South Korea. So if you go there, and maybe some of you have been there, it's like a fusion of Korean culture and American culture. Like, it's very Americanized, actually. It's very interesting. But I just wonder if that American diet that they're now like kind of adapting to or adopting, if that's affecting their digestive systems too, you know? Because, I mean, I've not always eaten the best. I'm vegetarian now, but that doesn't mean you can be vegetarian and eat crap too, you know? Just like you can eat meat and eat very good food, quality food, or you could eat crap quality meats and whatever other stuff you eat. So, yeah, growing up, I never had that culture of like healthy eating, really. So I only tried to turn it around once I got older. So, yeah, it's just one of those things where you don't know where. I also used to smoke a lot, and they say that can affect, you know, the pressure of your sphincter, your esophageal sphincter. So, you know, it could have been that too. But yeah, it's just these problems of the body, these limitations of the body, they add up, you know, And I can only imagine, hopefully not, hopefully this isn't the case, but I can only imagine when I get older what kind of issues will accumulate, you know what I mean? But yeah, I'm just taking it a day at a time, and trying to do my best while I'm here. But yeah, it's been a while since I made a video. I'm gonna try to get more consistent with it too, because honestly, every now and then I will get an email from somebody who just saw my videos, and they'll say something like, "Oh, I appreciate your videos. They're so nice, and I don't know, I'm happy that you're making videos and stuff like that." And I haven't made a video in years. At least I haven't. I've made videos, I've made clips, but I haven't put them together and put them out on YouTube in years. So I'm just trying to get better with that, get more consistent, because I do think before I stopped doing it, because I just didn't feel like I was like providing anything of value. But you know what, I do enjoy making the videos, so even if they're not the most valuable thing, I think it's good to just share my personal experience. Maybe some of you guys can relate to it, and if you can relate to it, then that's good. That's valuable to me. And if it's helping in any way, that's valuable to me. But yeah, I think I'm going to end the video here. I got a few things to do today, but I'm definitely going to be uploading more consistently for sure. I'm making that a priority, and I don't know how many times a week, maybe once a week. I think I can start out with that, and depending on how much momentum I create, I can maybe do like twice a week if I get to that level. But yeah, I'm going to start out slow, and we'll see how it's going. I appreciate you watching the video, and yeah, stay tuned for more. If you're interested in anything that I'm talking about, or if you want to share some feedback on your life, you can put it in the comments, and yeah, we can talk about it. And you can even give me some topics or questions that I could answer in future videos, because a lot of the time I just don't know what what to talk about. I just started this video, and I'm just saying what's coming to mind, but it'd be cool to have some direction, and it'd be cool to connect with you guys. So yeah, just leave a comment, or you can I don't know if you can even direct message me on here. It's been so long since I've been on YouTube. So yeah, just leave a comment, and I'll check them. I'm very active about checking the comments, even if I don't respond right away. So yeah, until next time, guys, thank you.